Children of perfectionists, what was the moment you finally saw through the manipulation? My parents prided themselves on running a private tutoring center for gifted children, except they never did any teaching. Most of it was left to me and my older sister Madison. For my 7th birthday, instead of celebrating, my 13-year-old sister taught me how to create lesson plans and grade assignments. By this point, Madison was working so hard that she only attended her own school twice a week. The principal initially protested, but when he heard she was helping educate the next generation of leaders, he let it slide. Together, Madison and I worked 50 hours a week. Since I was too inexperienced to teach properly, I mainly observed Madison while memorizing every teaching technique. Meanwhile, our parents did minimal work, meeting with wealthy parents, signing enrollment forms, and their favorite activity, bragging about shaping young minds. They claimed the center barely broke even, but inherited millions from my grandfather. Only 2% went to educational materials while the rest funded their lifestyle. Designer everything, spontaneous European trips, a home theater. It amazed me how other parents never questioned why they never hosted events at our house, or why my mom had 3 luxury cars while claiming the business was struggling. Whenever I tried to rest, they'd punish me. Not physically, but if I slept an extra half hour or collapsed from exhaustion, Mom would film me. "If you could see how pathetic you look right now," she'd say, sometimes spitting on me. Dad played good cop, but only with Madison. When she tried comforting me, he'd pull her away. Don't reward your sister's laziness and selfishness. Eventually, I learned what they expected and complied without complaint. During our busy season, they'd actually cook our favorite meals. Madison could be kind to me again. On my 10th birthday, I got a day off in the home theater with cheesecake, sleeping for 18 hours. Madison kissed my forehead and covered me with a blanket. When I woke up foggy and burnt out, I knew complaining meant punishment, so I just stopped. I attended school normally, slept like a regular kid. My meals became peanut butter sandwiches and Hot Pockets while Madison got gourmet food. By 16, Madison was brilliant but destroyed. 30 pounds underweight, perpetual eye bags, constant crying. But all that mattered was keeping the center running. When I turned 12, they decided I was dead weight dragging down the family name and sent me to live with my uncle. I waited until they left to cry in his arms. So malnourished I collapsed after 10 minutes. What I didn't know was that my uncle had been investigating something darker. The gifted children at the center. They were all scoring impossibly high on standardized tests. Not because of superior teaching, but because my parents had been selling answer keys to wealthy families for years. But here's what made my blood run cold when I found his files. Madison had discovered the scheme months ago. The real reason she was crying constantly wasn't exhaustion. It was because she'd been forced to deliver the answer keys to families, knowing she was helping rich kids cheat their way into elite schools while honest students lost their spots. The night before I was sent away, she'd hidden a flash drive in my suitcase with evidence of everything. The note attached said, "They're not sending you away because you're lazy. You're the only witness they can't control." My uncle had 1 week to expose them before Madison turned 18, the day they planned to make her a legal partner in their crimes.